going on? Terrible pack. It appears absolutely terrible. Can't really tell you how bad this pack is. Well, it was the first time for everything. Essence Scatter, pick one. I think. You could take the white enchantment, possibly. Start basing it around that. Basing some picks around it, maybe. But I don't even think it's as good as Essence Scatter, so. There you go. Terrible pick one, but maybe there's worse packs, possibly. I might have had to take, like, Suntail Hawk once or something, I think. It's nice to see some blue. I've got two options. I think this guy's better. It probably is. I'm not sure. Phantom Warrior's great, but I think this has just got way more potential, so. I know it owns me often. I've won with it many times, so. Well, a few times at least. It's quite good anyways, I know that. Whether it's better than the Phantom Warrior or not is up for debate. Probably is, though. Doesn't die to a shock. I'm gonna make sure you're far likely to cast the Phantom Warrior, but when this guy hits, I'm sure he does a lot more damage. Doing a lot of crap. Barrage, I always like Divination. Quite good though. Stay non-color. Divination's slow, but it's always a good card. I mean, it's like filler. It's perfect filler. You can have too much of that kind of stuff, like if you've got far too many 3-drops or whatever, it's not good, but it's just good enough that, I mean, you should never be upset about having Divination. Not broken by any means. Simple card advantage. Wow. This is barely better than Time Loop and or Scroll Thief, but it certainly is. By a little bit. Time Map's ridiculous though. I love it so much. There's a lot of good cards there. Like there was probably still 4 or 5 cards that were better than my first pick. At least 3. Which is crazy. Wonder what was in that pack. Obviously Ground Shaker. Not. Beware. Mono blue is sort of not amazing always. Blue is probably one of the best colors in this, but I'm just saying mono blue by itself is traditionally, and in M14 specifically, a little bit difficult to pull off. can totally do it. It's just you have to have ways to affect the board, is the theory, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can easily just not have enough things. You have your own, you're drawing cards, you're flying above, you know, you've got things, whatever, but you just basically don't have enough ways to affect the board. If something hits that sort of really fucks you over or whatever, you can't really adapt to the board. You can't, like, get out of those bad positions and stuff as easily as other colors. I mean, white being the exception, or green even maybe, but you know, blue is just as bad as those colors generally. So, I mean, balance is really important, I always say. Or even just ways to tap a creature or something. But essentially dealing with threats that are on the board that you can't counter and whatnot. You know, you can buy some tempo and whatnot. You can get their evasion, get in there. You've got your ways to win, certainly, but it's just sort of more difficult. You end up buying time, trying to just, you know, get enough time in there to manage your resources well enough to pull out a late game win. Generally with blue, it's always about those resources and, you know, sort of allowing yourself the chance to win. Yeah, making those tough calls too, those card advantage calls, or those like card for card calls, like the counter spells, what to counter. Traditionally very hard, what to bounce when. You know, I mean, there's so many factors when it comes to blue that it makes it interesting, because it's, as much as you could just say like the easiest color to play, you could arguably say it's the most difficult color to play easily. So it's not different in M14 compared to all those other times when blue has been tough to play. Opponent, you know, drops something early, makes a resolved creature or something that can't be countered, or who knows, or whatever, but something hits the board and you're stuck with a bunch of card advantage or something, you know, behind from the moment that you sort of lose grip of the back and forth early tempo. And they're never able to get back. It's so funny because blue is just so tough to do that, right? Like, that's the thing. Can you come back with it or whatever? It's like, you know, you don't have much life gain with it or whatever it is. You know, the removal, like I said, so it's, I don't know, can be really tough to play. Of course, that green card's better than that. Not of course, but it is. Black Sliver is great. Don't have any black cards. I'll take this over. Make my deck good. Versus risk not even playing that card, taking another color and just having it dead. Archaeomancer. Not much better than Disperse, but with some instants and sorceries already, I'll pick the Archaeomancer. But if it's early, really even take the Disperse. Usually, often, whatever. Love the Mystic, love the Shortcutter, Claustrophobia. I don't give it enough credit for. Marauder, Marauding Ballhorn, I think I love. Raider as well. I can consider Sotel Hawk or anything. The black cards as good as they might be. This is a interesting pack. It's decent all around. All these cards are very playable in their own right. Okay, so the pick. Hate to do it, but the card's not bad. Ah, Jeebus Cripes. You gotta be kidding me. I love Shock so much, it's probably better than Pyromancer often. Apparently I'm saying not there. Passing this, best card here by the way. Wouldn't mind this, good body early. Very solid in fact. Arguably better than Negate often. I was gonna take the Negate, but that's nice to see. I've sort of got a direction to go here. Academy Raider better than the Merfolk. Sort of semi-committing to red. Not necessarily, but easily play it. This is about when you have to ditch a color, though. I mean, it's very important to every pick, of course, but not at this point. I mean, you can be playing blue, like I was, or picking blue, and then you sort of, engage that second color to sort of, test the waters, as it were. But know when to jump back. And that's when I always fall back on the first color, originally a little bit too much. Maybe sometimes, I mean, like to balance it out, is the theory, but I don't always balance it out perfectly evenly. I, maybe have a color that's like sort of not even good enough to go into, or 4 or 5 cards of a varying quality or whatever that it's like sort of almost need to play, or else I have to play subpar cards of the main color. So it's like the force 2 colors or whatever. It's jumping into the second color too late, classic, but also just not committing to the second color is equally as much of a problem. But I like to, obviously stay open. Don't necessarily, for example, right now, don't necessarily pick red, even though you've got a bunch of them and you sort of start picking them. As long as you have that one base color to work with. Mage was sort of weird, tough to pick. It was good. It's a good card, but for the ticket or whatever, was part of it, to be honest. And having blue cards or whatever, it's huge difference between red that's so much better and when you can actually play at that point, knowing what you're playing it back to. And the mage is good. I think I played Groove 21 years, I certainly have. Ah, God, difficult to call there. Glimpse of the Future is playable. Arguably Lava Axe is better, though. Gets it done. The card was decent too, I forget what it was. So, not me good tell you. Oh, there was another card that was alright in that pack. Oh God, passing that Sundial Hawk is pain. That was a good pack. But those Raiders are quite good. And it's nice to know that I'm playing blue-red at this point already. Wonderful, wonderful. Love it. Those guys are great. Especially in conjunction with, I don't know, a lot of things, but like your Scroll Thief, for example. Or just early other aggressive things, I mean, really. Even just by themselves and drop them as the 2/1s. Multiples, they help each other. They just all around help most boards. Late game, not nearly as amazing, but even then. My legs are cracking. I like to think I move enough, and I do. But still, I've always been creaky. And foil Chandra. That'd be nice. back for me. And a hate draft, either the non-zombie or the pacifism. Or do I take the frost breath, which I could even wheel, but I don't know. The odds aren't amazing that it would come back, but it certainly could. These are so much better. I think these will kill me, but excuse me, I sort of really need this. Just take it. Excuse me. It's not like those other guys are super bombs. The 9-zombie I'm like, frightened of to death, but you know, you gotta pass some cards sometimes. Not a problem, really. So it sucks to have to take a frost breath. It's kind of card that I was just going to say, get them back. Probably seen probably more even. Sure, I'm even good talking to somebody. Wonderful. I love these guys. I barely said wonderful there. They come out as like wonderful, if that even. Wonderful. Wonderful. But this guy is wonderful. I'm glad I have him. I know the mana is a little bit heavy when you got 3 red, but it's great. It's still great. I don't care. It pings something when it comes into play, which is so cool. Even if you can't cast him, it's just so good that when you can, it makes up for it. It's clearly in mono red, that guy's like ridiculous, but 2 colors, it's a little bit expensive, but not a problem. It's like something to look forward to, or towards rather. Ooh, the Devil's always great. Active Treason, always good. Essence Scatter slightly better than the Devil's, I would say. Considering them pretty balanced in colors, it's all about power level at that point. And deck pretty well rounded. Don't need to worry about having enough creatures or something. Rare draft, hate draft. Not that I'm too scared of that guy as far as hate drafting it, but can be troublesome for sure. This crazy witch. Oh my god, didn't even realize. Look at that lantern. It's pretty badass. I find macabre artifacts like that sort of, interesting, fascinating in a way. Like the absolutely horrifying shrunken heads. But anyways, it just sort of came to me that it would be, I like to think about, I don't like to, but I very occasionally think about imagery involved in death, sort of comforting imagery of dead, whatever bodies essentially in. I mean, not in depth, but just sort of, vague occasionally. Whatever. Images come to me or whatever. Sort of in reference to being comforting or relaxing in just sort of the body's pose and whatnot or whatever. Just, quick little snippets of, body post-mortem usage in reference to comfort it might bring, whatever, life or some kind of vague afterlife thoughts or whatever. But anyways, somewhat comforting perhaps to some people to be made into a lantern like that, you know, providing light for people. I don't know. Okay, as disturbing as it is, completely don't recommend. Yeah, this card was good. Could have taken that black card. Yeah, whatever. Non-zombie or the pacifism. Probably would have gotten that thing back. I already have 2 frost breaths, but I won't even eat them. I mean, I've got other things. We'll see. Oh, I finally deprived somebody of a bird. Wow, it's quite late. Nice. Those time ebbs for sure. Might as well get my mana fixing going. And my rep. Do have some nice big optimistic spells. Now that frost breath, can I use that over something? Possibly. Take out a raider with 3. It's almost best to just tap things when I've got other things to do. I mean, cycling through your stuff is amazing, but you know, this just sort of buys me time. And I don't know. They're quite good. I do have 2 time apps. Essence scatters and stuff. I'm just worried it can't quite affect the board as much as I'd like. But then I could argue between those 2, I think, for a while. I took this. Did I take it first pick? Jeez. And the claustrophobia, I mean, it's quite good too. It deals with those creatures. I don't know. Sort of just worried about not having enough fix, or not having enough board affecting stuff. It could be 10-7 even. Don't have that many red cards. I want to balance it out more, and I do like that guy. Over divination, over frost breath. Take out this guy. I sort of need that guy though, I think. He just holds down the fort while I develop stuff. I don't know. Can't watch it. I had some Doritos and an orange, and it was lovely. My favorite kind. The Miniolas, I believe they're called. Tangelo Miniola. I don't know if Tangelo is the company or something. I believe they're called Miniolas. Excuse me. No, what does that mean? I think I developed a board and I'll tap them. Take another 4 damage. Sort of like that better. Hope it doesn't have a negate, which is very possible. But I'd rather him spend 2 mana with the chance of a negate than me waste the frost breath earlier. Ouch. Oh yeah, I get a little dude. What if I should play this? It seems worse actually, it doesn't deal as much damage. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oops. Bug. I think I'm in trouble. Oh, wait. Don't know why. Excuse me. Okay, never mind. Might not be in trouble. Lava accent. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see if I can survive long enough. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Looks like I'll be on a 2. No, there's gotta have something else down, right? I have a chump blocker at least. And even then, actually he can't attack if he equips it as a chump blocker or something. He's gotta have like removal or something. More damage or something. He can't attack now unless he's got a frost breath or bounce. Okay. And I win. Let me do the math though before I do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One more in case my math is off. No, I won't even side in and demolish, for example, against. I guess I don't have one, but a smelt against one artifact like that. Like, I don't know if you or something. I don't think generally you should, but you could be wrong. Forgot about the tide binder. I guess he has red, so that's good. I don't know if I want to play this turn too. So maybe I'll play that. Because I don't think he could have a red creature that I'd want to tap. Maybe he would though, if he played like a goblin shortcut or something. And again, I'd want to shock that maybe. I don't know. Just saying, talking to myself that maybe it would be better to not play the 2/2. I want to get a benefit out of it, even though I normally like to think he'd just play the early creatures like that without the benefit, just to develop the board, of course. But I don't know. I'll wait one more turn maybe, because I can justify it, because I can use my mana. Play that thing. I want to play just this. I should play the tide binder though, I think. God, I have no idea. Of course, now I could have beaten him already with it, you know. Whatever. Not necessarily, of course, I'm just joking, but, you know, having played it, I'd certainly be in a different position. Although it's nice now if he does play like the, whatever, 3/3 or something like that. Tap it. We're good, ideally. Wonder if he's got to counter himself. Yeah, play lands in your draw step. Okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna sit here for a moment. Grab this contraption. Honestly, I don't even know what to do. It's very simple. Do you play the tide binder mage or not? My theories, my thinking generally, right, is that okay, he's gonna have a creature, but you've thought that already. I've thought he's gonna have something, like a double red or something. I thought he would have had something else. He might not, because he hasn't played a creature over playing this. He might have something, like a 6-mana creature or something. So I think by now I'm actually convinced that he doesn't have anything. Like a small red creature or something. He might have double red something, but I think I can get away with playing that. Really sad, but God. So I wonder if he was holding it, or that's what I thought he had, but I was trying to tap with this. Either way, can't always wait forever. It's like the classic though. It's like wait, and then I blink first, lose. But then again, the right play should have been to play it first or wait forever, kind of thing, right? You know. Nice. I shouldn't have played that. Just like I maybe shouldn't attack. I'm feeling desperate. He's gonna block my raider. That's my goal. Throw away my other creatures. Clear the board, waste all my resources just for a card. Or 4. I want to kill that. I'll find out. Might not care as much after I draw these, we'll see. Or do I finish it off? Maybe not with the time out, because then I can get another trigger with the from the Pyromancer. And again, it would be nice to get it off the board. And maybe I'll even kill the Raider. I think it's maybe worth it. I'll finish it off right now. Time map something else, maybe. Not get a token from it. Not a big deal. Ouch. Well, I wanted to put a creature on top of the library, but I don't think I'd want to put that there. No, I should have maybe thought about my deck a little bit more. I'm deciding to hold that land. Then maybe played one. Depends. What other card draw I've got, basically. What 2 cards I could draw? Or 3. Probably we could play the land. Probably should have. Imagine. So I could play 2 spells or something. Well, I imagine I'll be using that. Not necessarily. I should have almost put that on top of his library too, actually. I could have. Maybe should have actually. Thought outside the box and done that. It would have been 2 extra damage. What's he gonna get, you know? It's all about him spending his mana now. Now, if he equips that tax, do I block? Probably. Keeps me a little safer. But does it limit my chances of winning? Oh, it would be another token. just push the damage. Because he's winning the resource battle, so it's like just sort of a race, essentially. Stupid of me to play the island. Wasn't really paying attention. Phew. Wait, why did I play that? No, is it too late? Did it go through? Phew. I don't want to play that guy. I want to play this. Everything's so slow. I was probably giving signals. I wasn't even in these colors. I forget how the draft went exactly, but sort of, yeah. Easy to see how two people could be the same colors. Happens all the time. You could have been at the other end of the table, or even close to me. I don't know. I have to analyze the draft again. And it's so much different now when you can see who's at the table, where, on the new client. That's a whole other element, of course. Not equipping. That's sketchy. Oh, there he goes. Thankfully, I'm getting really lucky and getting everything I need and all that. I wonder if I hold my cancel on my listen scatter or play the Archaeomancer. Oh, I'm so stupid. I should have played the Archaeomancer and tapped everybody. So not responsive. So slow. Oh, well, that died. Never mind. That's good. Didn't expect that. I guess I'll stop that. It's supposed to be a flying thing, which I wanted to counter. Which I think he's got it. Phew, round 2. Need those packs. say that, but it's true. Usually, this is pretty close to desperate. I hate seeing the game that are stuck like that for some reason. I just feel awkward, I think. Like, okay, one. Good hand. As good as they come. This guy's awesome. This guy does not like trolls. Me neither. Oh my god, I pressed F6 and with the essence scatter in hand. I hate to do this, but I think it's maybe best to use my mana that way. I'd rather just almost hold the essence scatter, but if I don't rip another land, I can just play this next turn, so. Oh, nice. Respect for the tempo play. Oh, I see, it makes a lot of sense now. Excuse me. Oh, never mind. I thought he was stuck on lands. What am I doing? I must play that. Do I let him make that trade? I sort of really don't want to. I'll just do that. It's probably best. No reason to throw away my 5/3 that's already attacking, getting stuff done. He's wise to my bounce counter tricks. Being a blue mage himself. Whatever that means. I'm just kidding. Somebody who plays blue or enjoys blue, be a blue mage. Unless you've not designated yourself specific colors of desire. Right, you see he's really clicking. Uh-oh. Some shenanigans. Why I didn't play the Darksteel Ingot, I do not know. Well, I know, I guess I'm an idiot. Stupid. Terrible quick player. Not totally stupid, just terrible. What's the difference? that. Come to think of it, I forgot those raiders. Excuse me. Thank goodness. Oh, it's a. Well, I guess it always was a close game, but oh my goodness. That's amazing. What do I want? I guess I want the essence scatter. It's better than the time map. Although the time map is ridiculous. Especially with Frost Breath in my hand. I almost didn't need the essence scatter. I could have just let something resolve. Tapped them. Whatever he drew after having to draw the master again. Where do I tap? Ugh, it seems so bad. I don't even want to waste it. It's funny, I'm so stupid though because I can even deal with the next creature, so I should have just tapped it. Done him for 3 twice. I mean, it's a huge deal. Excuse me. I'm burping. Terribly rude of me. Let's talk about that. I don't know why. I don't mean to, and I just let that resolve. I was not paying attention, and that didn't resolve. No big deal. Thankfully, I can deal with things. If he attacks, I almost let it hit, I think. Maybe I'll block it. I'm gonna take it. Excuse me, I'm least threatened by white, blue. I mean, the best he can do basically is fortifies. For his crazy tricks, you know, blue doesn't have any, like, instants that you gotta worry about, no Sonic Blast or anything. So it's kind of funny, you can play with your life total more when you're playing against white, blue. What do I want to discard? Do I discard that guy? I think I might. Actually, maybe I'll just even play him. I'll just chuck him. That's kind of cool with this guy. Now I don't need to dab him. Have him block, have him pump all his mana, and then backwards pump this. This thing's cool. It's like so tough or aggressive or whatever. Just so durable. This creature is awesome. Water Servant for the win. As this guy knows, he likes them. I'm gonna tap him, I believe. A lot of cool little tricks, classic stuff. those color decks, of course. As you can imagine, most 2/2s for 2 blue would not be. Check my rares again. Right, 1 mythic. Not bad. This guy. Yeah. Oh, and then this headlamp card. This rare wizard. So, you know, I mean, I appreciate this card. I appreciate every card. This wonderful little picture takes me there. Wonderful. I love tranquil little classic, simple, peaceful settings. Verdant Haven, gotta love this guy. Such a good card. I mean, and fixing, get that little bit of life. Keeps you going. So cool. Ramps and stuff. That's everything. No, that's a good card. Solid pick. Especially nice when you can play like 3 colors or whatever, of course. Helps you so much. Okay, breath, big. There we go. Getting going, sorry. Island walk. I have islands. Uh-oh. Ooh. Doesn't know I have 2 though. Nice. Aggro. Do I let him resolve something? So funny, because he knows I have it though, so it's sort of not even as efficient. So I'll do that. And I got Chuck. Shite. Oh my god, I can't do any of them. Land, maybe? Oops. I thought I had one more than that. I thought I had 5 after discarding that. Oh well. I would not have done that. I don't know what I would have chucked, but not that. I don't know why 4 is so much better, but I thought I had 5. Oh, pardon me. I'm going to turn on my... I hate this show. I hate TMZ, but I want to. I mean, I just hate certain aspects of TMZ. They're like so phony in certain ways. Ouch. Can't believe I checked that. didn't mean to. 5 lines would have been a little bit better. Still screwed. Magic didn't like me. Technical problems, I apologize. I should have just paused it. I don't often do that though. I figured beta might help. Could have been a coincidence, but it worked. I'm like paranoid about technical things. I like things to just work the same forever. It's like a thing of mine. I wish things would just stay the same. And I love the idea of like a VCR lasting 1,000 years, for example. If you just treated it perfectly, exactly how you want. It should be kept in a special box and stuff or whatever. I don't even want to chuck anything. Try to turn 4. Excuse me. I like to do that early. Just drop it in and put some way back and stuff. It's such a tempo player and it's awesome. As far as I'm concerned. I think I almost want to get it back versus even the opportunity. Either way, I'm stupid. I should attack first. Excuse me. I think I do want to discard a land. Theoretically, I'll be able to draw another one. You'd think I might want to just get the opportunity back. I don't know. You might be right. This just sort of cements victories sometimes, I find, right? Completely denies them of anything. I'll just have shit going on anyways, like really. Drawing all the cards, whatnot. guess I just played the pretty obvious thing. I don't know. Makes too much sense not to, I think. Hope it goes well. I can easily lose. As good kind of shape as everything. As much as I should have maybe actually gotten the opportunity back. I don't know. Much to exile or whatever. Pretty sure this game's over. Jeez. I got so lucky to be here, as usual. Butchering my way through terrible games. But Unicorn guy knows a lot more than that guy does. Government certainly use some distractions. I doubt specifically Miley Cyrus was hired by the government. She's a Disney girl, mind you. That's a whole nother story. Hey. Well, what do I get rid of? I don't know. Fuck. One island. And that's it. That's all I want. About one island and 5 life. Let's see. I don't know. I just don't know. You think that's terrible because I get the cards back, right? You might be right. I mean, by playing it as opposed to discarding it. I'm just an idiot. I don't know. There's Only so many options that I would get wrong. I figured I'd just recur it with the Archaeomancer, but I don't know. Even the simplest magic things I don't know, right? I would say that, but it's true. Guess I want the short cutter. Hey, Fire Shaker. I think I can play that land. I should run into another one. You don't want to not have any lands. You have to consider it very difficult, or very carefully whether you want to miss a land drop, and that's the exception rather than the rule. Of course, you don't really want to play your lands. Maybe I need double blue as opposed to that, I don't know. Oops. What am I doing? Take a bunch, I guess. It's nice to be able to get anything with that, of course. I should have played that mountain even, come to think of it. I mean, I knew I could pump it with this, but I figured it would be better to discard it, but getting awfully close to lethal damage, I wasn't paying attention enough. take it, why not? Well, there's many reasons not to, I guess. 4 damage. It's a little bit riskier, but could have easily done it, I'm sure. I was just gonna take it, but figured I'd play it maybe extra safe. I guess I'm gonna take 4 this time. Come on, big creature. Yeah. So far, so good. I don't know if I want to play those devils. I think I might just play this guy. That's probably terrible for a few reasons. He could play green creatures. This is huge, and I can just block and deal him 3. I don't know. The only thing this has going for it is like an essence gun or something, but there's not really that many terribly important creatures you could play for under 5 mana. Excuse me, would be more relevant than playing the devils. I don't know. Now I get rid of it. Jeez. I love news. It's so funny. It's just because sort of what it represents, right? I mean, it's like what is important. They're showing you what is important, right? And what that comes, or how that has to come across, and what that entitles the people actually presenting it. You know, the sort of the airs they have to put on and whatnot. It's kind of funny, just the whole construct. Like, who are the news people? Well, basically whoever they want to be. It's a culture surrounding it, you know, supposed professionalism or whatever. Excuse me. Oh, that's so sad listening to that news about old politician. Oh, I love that thing. This guy's so cool. How to play this? I don't know. Could have attacked even. I played that Academy Raider. I was going to actually probably attack and block the sliver with the Condor ideally. Don't know why I didn't. That was the plan. Or not attack and then play the Raider. Maybe block the sliver with the Pyromancer. Of course, one of the many few situations that could have happened. Or I mean, many few. One of the only couple things that it could have been. It doesn't have ring flash. Very possible. But I'll take that chance. If he does, whatever. I lose my guys. No big deal. Although I wouldn't mind getting in for 4 next turn. At the same time, I wouldn't mind just getting rid of that, though, for one of those creatures. So, like I said, if he's got the ring flash, then whatever. It's okay. Like, what are you gonna do, you know? I think that's good. As opposed to the other guy. Oops, tipped my water over. Good God. I took Unholy Strength. Rancor. That's what it's called. Dark Favor. And I guess I should double block that sliver. I don't know, I could just let it go through once and get my raider going. Draw some cool stuff, time ebb and whatnot. So I'm not sure what to do. May let me gain 5 and attack me for 9 up to 9. Like I said, block the Brenda Boar. I'll take 7. Nice. That's so good. That was not me correcting the knuckle. Eee. It's ugly. Hope to draw something. I don't know. Why am I doing this? I'm not even thinking. I should have just probably chump blocked something. This feels like it gives me a better chance. I would like to discard a card. Oh, nothing good. Too bad. Keeps me alive though. Uh-oh. I have to get really lucky. Just a block, and I have to get like Frost Breath or something. I guess I can still survive with Frost Breath. No, I can't. I don't know what I need then, if anything. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. I could have easily played both of those in the first place. Oh god, what am I doing? Does he have green or red? What is he playing? People don't remember. I'm the worst person. screen. Okay, I've got this. Optimistically, it's over. Right? I mean, not a problem. I'm the guy who spends all day playing Magic. I should win. I'm just kidding, of course. Not about playing it all day. My questionable Drake. I love pizza too. Best food ever. Well, it's a good sign. Yay. Sorry. I'll take the 8 packs, but I apologize. Could have tapped that, maybe. Especially considering you mulled, maybe. Yeah, just get this stuff going. Pardon me. I already looked at this guy's info twice. I could still be in really big trouble. Oh, they're talking about Ukraine again. Goddamn, this is fucking justification for something. I'm telling you, this is classic regime change, false flag kind of bullshit. I'm telling you, I mean, it's so funny. Immediately, literally days after they start, whatever, fighting, as it were, fighting. I mean, the protest and violence or starting violence, whatever. You get officials saying something needs to be done or whatever, like reprimanding Ukraine as a country or whatever. It's absolutely beyond ridiculous. I mean, it's one of those things where they justify intervention for completely different means, talking about things that aren't relevant to the situation whatsoever. What do I check? I don't know. Nothing that I can play. That's what I usually do. I hate to tap out with a counter, but I think I get paid for that. Pardon me, fair enough. I don't know what to do as usual. Probably discard if I deal damage with that. Excuse me. Frost Breath. Seems like the most temporary card. Uh-oh. I do want to tap something. Oops. Excuse me. Not worried about countering that 2-mana creature. Maybe 3? No, 2. Just 2. Although, I see that we can play Scavenging Ooze or something, but I think it's better to get. Oh, that's nice. I don't even know if I played Claustrophobia on this thing. I was going to kill that sliver and then play the Claustrophobia on the Mystic maybe, but I don't know. It doesn't seem too good because I still have a counter, but I don't know. And it prevents them from another green and dealing damage and stuff. That's gotta be bad though, right? So I'll do it. It's my little joke always. My lame joke that I just do whatever I shouldn't. Excuse me. I'm one for speaking correctly. I know all about not doing it, and so I can always appreciate when they show some clips of newscasters messing up. There's a guy recently, I don't know what he did, but he said titties, I think. It's so funny. Oh, yay. That's a good card. Flash Bear. I don't know why I even did that. I mean, he could block. He couldn't block. Ooh. Um. Terrible Magic, don't do this ever. I guess it didn't matter. I thought I might have wanted to draw, but these are fine. You see that? That's how I play so bad sometimes. Just like literally not winning. Just like, oh, might as well just not win. Anyways, I got lucky. I appreciate you watching. I really do. Can't believe that you can make it through this. Like, seriously, if you are watching, I appreciate it.